Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So for this week's decoration I'm going to be using the Planners Anonymous All for Fall kit. This is so pretty, I can't wait to get into this, so let's go! Okay, so can you believe it, this is going to be the last Planners Anonymous kit video for 2022. The rest of the year is going to be Christmas after this, so this is my last one. So I want to do something. I know this is a fall kit. I know it's all for fall, but I can find the spring in most autumn kits. So I'm going to be using the really pretty floral parts of this. I have an idea for a window. I have an idea for some stickers. I did really hard want to use the gnomes and just do all gnomes. I'm going to leave the gnomes, and depending... No, it won't happen. It might be sort of maybe first week of January. I might come back and do a week with the gnomes. But they may make an appearance here at the bottom as not so much of the gnomes, but just more of the florals and stuff. So, I'm going to start off with a bit of splattering because I want some background to this one. This one can't be a plain one. So I'm just taking off all the bits that I've got here, and I'll take off the sticker. Having a look, and I think the colours I'm going to use here are going to be a bit of scattered straw, a bit of rusty hinge, and then a little bit of crackling campfire, because it's sort of the orangest of my reds. The orangest of my reds. That makes no sense, but you get the point. It might not quite be red enough. I'm just checking fired brick. That's better. I'll do both. A little bit of rusty hinge for some orange, and then just for something a bit yellow, because there is still some yellow in this, but I want it really pale. So they're my four. So it's crackling campfire, fired brick, scattered straw, and rusty hinge. And we're just going to do a bit of splattering across all of them. This is just Distress Oxide. I have been having fun with ink lately, but I think this one I'm going to stick with the oxide. So I'm just getting my brush all mucked up in there. And just little, whoa! Don't quite know what happened there. Lost control of it. Just little flicks. I don't want anything big. I don't want crazy kind of huge flicks, but just little ones just to make it something. Okay. And then as I'm kind of finished with each colour, especially as I'm just going to go back down to the yellow, going to tidy, just clean the brush off a little bit, not completely, doesn't have to be 100% perfect, but just knock it back. Not so important if I'm going back to a darker colour, so I should be okay from here on. Okay, I wasn't going to do this, but I feel like I'm just missing a shade. So this is just walnut stain, so a nice brown. I'm just going to add just a little bit of brown. There is some brown in the stickers I'm playing with, so I feel like it makes sense. This is pretty watered down though. Yeah, no, it's probably too watered down. Okay, so I'm just going to dry this off. So I'm just going to hit it with the heat tool, clean up my mess, and then I'm going to come in with a little bit more, something more concentrated. So I'm going to do that and I'll be right back. So this isn't 100% dry, but it's dry-ish. So this is walnut stain. No, it's not, it's gathered twigs. Distress ink re-inker. So something I've been playing with a lot is sort of having these. I'm pretty sure I've used them on camera somewhere. But it just gives you a much more concentrated colour, because this is just pure ink. I do like to add some water to it still, because otherwise it's a bit much. But it just gives you such a better sort of deepness of colour. Oh, so good. So I'm just going to flick that. That's better. But I'm being very small with it. I don't want anything big here, and I don't want anything really concentrated or really in one spot. I want them very small and very scattered. There we go. Yes. Don't need to do any more of that. And then you may have seen I just picked up all of my, or a bunch of my excess on a bit of watercolour cardstock. It's actually really bad watercolour cardstock, so it's not doing a very good job. But just to sort of show you that I have been picking everything up with cardstock and trying to use it. And this is going to go in then my background box that I've been showing you recently. Really hate that. I really hate the brown. So just before this dries, because I can't do too much with it once it's dry, I'm saturating that piece of paper. And then we're just I don't know how I'm going to fix that, but I will be able to fix that somehow. I feel like I just pulled off all the colour. Oh well. Put that up to the side. I'll play with it later. Alright, I'm going to hit this with the heat tool, dry it off, and then we'll get into some stickers. Ashley's little trick for making sure everything is dry. Bit of paper towel so you don't get anything smudging, but you'll soon find out. And if you just pat, it means you won't smudge. So don't wipe, just pat. Okay, so those are on. I'm going to put the gnomes at the bottom, and I'm going to try and keep as much of the colour as I possibly can. I think what I want to do first before I put the gnomes on is I want to put on the stickers, because I want them down this side and I want to try and make them fit, which means there needs to be some sticker surgery to some other bits to try and make that work. So, craft knife and ruler first, because I need to extend these to get the whole thing. Part of me really wants to use that extra bit down the side and have that whole, yeah, right, haven't done that for a couple of weeks. So I'm getting this bit first. Something I do find sometimes easier is grab one of the stickers, and that way you can get in and under these sidebars that you're cutting off that's technically not supposed to come out. There we go. So the hardest part here is I need, if I'm going to use the sidebar, I can't add anything. I have to leave it as it is, which means I need to make sure that Monday is completely covered up. There we go. And then I can come down. So the bottom bit, the washi is going to be tall on the bottom anyway, so I think this will work. Just looking at that and it just doesn't look straight, because it's not. So I'm being gentle because I don't want to tear anything. I'm trying that again. So just making sure the Monday's covered, because that's when I say the most important part. It's the most important part. Much better. Okay, and then I can just line my stickers up against this edge, and that'll be my sidebar. done this bit before, but I'm going to do it again here because I think it's really clever. Or really, not clever. But I think it's a lot of fun. That is, I'm going to put this bit, make it fold up. So I'm popping that down. Almost getting lost on this beautiful bit of paper. There we go. And then I can just fold this bit over. And I picked the bit of paper that had the colour on the inside that I felt was going to be the easiest to write on. I want that. I want to be able to still write on the inside. And I'm just doing a score line right along where the sticker is. And I'm getting as close as possible because you don't want to mess up the pattern of the sidebar by having an extra 1/2 centimetre or a couple of mils. It's got to be as close as you can get it. I'm going to leave that bit for last. I'm going to come from the top and leave that bit for last because it'll be the easiest way to put it. Don't ever worry about it being 100% lined up and 100% in the right spots. It's okay if it's just over to the side a little bit. This one's actually bugging me though, so not gonna throw it away, not gonna change it, just gonna make sure that sits in the hole. Okay, so I'm keeping that bit. I'm not gonna throw it away or anything. Just need a crisper fold. Tried to be clever and it didn't work. There we go. Now there will be a little bit of waste here because I'll have to trim it down, but I can make sure that this fold is a lot crisper. And that'll mean that that's not so... I love when you open that up, you get that little knit pattern. Okay. So we've got our sidebar. That'll flatten out. It feels at the moment like it's sort of curling a bit, but it will flatten. It's alright. Alright, so then we're going to put the gnomes on the bottom. And like I said, these gnomes sit up a bit higher, so it'll hide the fact that there's a bit of a gap at the bottom of that page. And it also brings in a bit of gold, which we don't currently have. I'm going to make a feature of some gold in just a sec. Crisis averted. Alright, and then on the top, I'm going to use the 2 washi. So I need a little bit of extra because I need to cover that little gap there. So I'm going to put the washi, and then I'm going to put the skinny washi straight underneath it. And I'm hoping seriously? Oh no, there it is right there. Thought I'd lost it then. And I'm hoping you won't sort of notice, or I'm hoping that it'll fit and that it then becomes a sort of nice pattern. So we'll just see. So put this one down first. Oh, these colours are just killing me. These colours are making me wish I was in a place that had colours like this at the moment. And then I can bring these ones in and just line that up. There we go. So it fits perfectly. Oh, loving, 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 loving. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off the extra here, do the other side, and I'll be right back. I adore that. So the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and put the days in really fast because we all know what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do it really quickly. And then I'm going to come back and have an idea for a flipper. I need a little bit of storage this week, so I need something else. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Do all the days, and then I'll come back for that. Could not love this more if I tried. So the thing I want to add for a bit of extra zhuzh, I want to add this one in, and I'm going to put it as like a fold up. So it's going to fold. Yeah, I was really hoping it would fold the other way, but that's okay. So it's going to have a little window punched in it. So I'm going to decide how wide I want it to be first. Which I want to do a window, and I'm just trying to decide if I want to do a window, like a circle window, or if I want to do a square window. I think I'm going to go circle, but I've grabbed my stitched circles, and I've also grabbed my stitched ovals, and I'm just trying, I'll see what I think. Then I'm going to put the piece of acetate behind it to add in a really big, bold bit of gold. I think I'm leaning towards that. Unless it's this. No, it's too skinny anyway. I just feel like doing the oval for no other reason than I haven't done ovals before, so let's do an oval. So I'm just trying to work out how wide I want this to be. So I think it's there. I think that's the spot that I want. So I'm just going to mark that with my pencil. And then I'm not going to cut this. I'm going to score it. Score straight down that spot. I think I can still use, I think, reasons not to push hard. We'll see in a second. We'll soon find out if I can still use it or not. I should, because no, I don't think I can. Okay, so that's fine. I'm not going to throw it away or anything. I'm just going to do this. Okay, so that bit that I tore goes in the bin. And rather than having a scored piece, I've now just got a cut piece. And that's okay. That's okay. So I just need to cut this bit to the same width. Why does that not look straight? It is straight. I don't know what I'm going on about. I just really like this really busy part, so I'm just going to try and use that. Okay, so those two will get stuck together. I knew it didn't look straight. I'll fix it up afterwards. So this is going to be the bit where my oval goes. Actually, I need to cut this to the right height first as well. So I wanted to just sit down in between my two sort of washy bits. Just a little bit over, that's right. So I'm just lining them up. I don't understand what's going on, but I'll fix it in a minute. Alright, that's my little foldy bit. I think I'm going to stick it together now. No, hold on, I can't stick it together now because I need to run it through the die cut machine. So just putting a teensy little bit of double-sided tape. Glue tape. Words, please. So I'm lining that up. I'm going to fix the non-line up part. I knew it was it straight. It's better. And then I can do the oval. I'm going to do the oval this way because I really like where that butterfly sits, and I'm going to use that as a card at a later time. Just making sure, actually before I do, I'm just going to punch the holes. Sometimes I find where the holes are makes a difference to where I want to put my oval or my circle or whatever it happens to be. So I'm just popping that there, just holding it in place with some of my excess tape. So the only thing we need to remember when we run this through the die cut machine is that it is going through 2 pieces of cardstock. So we've got to make sure that we run it through a couple of times. So I can grab this tape. I'm always gentle after it's been through the die cut machine because it has put all that pressure on there, and you don't want to pull it off too fast and tear the paper. Even PA tape, which is fantastic. Cool. Okay. It is going to make a very pretty card. And even that side, oh, stuck a little bit. Even that side got the stitching as well. That actually will make a really pretty card too. Love. Love, love. Part of me actually wants to use it now, but I'm not going to. Alright, so I want to put a little bit of this acetate behind it. It is just so pretty. It is just gorgeous. I just have to do it. Can't stop myself. Oh, that's why it was stuck, because there's a bit of tape at the top. So I'm just going to pop that in and just cut it by hand. Just need to make sure I've obviously got enough around the edge that I don't get too close. So that'll sit just there. I'm a long way away from the holes, which is the other reason I wanted to make sure the holes were punched. And then I can go ahead and stick that bit down on the top. So it's going to look like that. Now I want to see... I don't think I can. I knew I was going to do that. I would really love this to be gold on both sides, but I just don't think it will line up because it will be opposites, and so it won't work. No, it won't. So I'm just going to go with just gold on one side and not gold on the other. So it's that way, yeah it is. Okay, so tons and tons and tons of glue tape. Just around, this is where I'm going to do my little pocket holder at the bottom. So just around this bit, and then from that down to, that might have been too much. I want it to be thinner than that. All down the holes, yes. But then on the bottom, I just want it to be really just on the edges, because I'm going to turn this into a bit of a space to be able to put some paper or notes or something in. So I've done that first, so we can put our acetate down. Sure, pretty. And then just remember, we don't have any glue around the acetate now, so we've just got to add a little bit more so that it all sticks. And then we can put, before we put that bit on, I'm just tacking that there. And you go from there. Where's that ruler I used before? So that then's going to be where I'm going to cut a little line. So just grab my craft mat. Okay, I went off course, and rather than freaking out about it and worrying, I'm just gonna, it is what it is. It is what it is. Just gonna make sure I get rid of the pencil line. I'm annoyed at myself now. I was trying to go too fast. And you won't, I don't think you'll notice it. I think it'll be fine, but it kind of just annoys me now. So then I'm lining. So I've done everything wrong there. That was supposed to be on the back, not on the front. And before I freak out, because I'm not going to freak out, there will be no freaking. Damn, I hate when I waste paper. I have enough here to go again and to be able to make it right. The problem is going to be, I think, getting that oval in exactly the right spot again. So I'm just pulling off the acetate gently. And I'm just gonna line this up. I'm lining it up with the edge of the, like the long edge, because I can trim off top and bottom, that's fine. And it is just wide enough. So if I pop that in there, I need to stick this to the inside, not the outside. There we go. It does nest in reasonably easy. I just keep wiggling it, which is causing me a problem. Alright, that's not going to work, but it will work. I know it will work. I just need to make it work. Go really slow and make sure I stay up against the plastic. Other reason not to use a plastic one is that you do cut into the plastic a little bit. That sometimes just means that you miss the cardstock, but that should be fine. Okay, let's see if we can get these to all do what I want them to do. So job number 1, acetate on the sticky one, which is the back piece, please. And then we line that bit up. Okay. I lost a little bit of width on the side, but I think that's okay. Oh, no, I really love that. I really love that. I just need to do one thing, which is I hate not having stitching around my ovals anymore. So this is a Copic multi-liner. This is my 0.5, which is pretty thin. So I'm just going to go around the entire oval and just put in little stitching lines. The back is easy because there's an impression from the die, so I can follow that all around and I'm going to get it reasonably straight. The front will be harder. What would actually be very cute, very, very, very cute, is if you used either one of the little gnomes, if I can find a little gnome, maybe not the green one, it's the little orange one with the flowers. You could have this little cutie as the sort of way to pull. Actually, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Which piece of paper have I not yet destroyed? No, that one. That was the one I wanted. So, how big's my gap? I'm going to use my bit here that I completely messed up. I'm going to have to throw that away anyway, so I might as well use it. So it needs to be a bit thinner than that. And this is just, I'm just using this as a guide piece. sitting there. And then it'll have just a little bit of these extra leaves around the front. That's what you'll see. So, a bit of tape just to hold her down for a second. I'm just going to remove the backing paper, because the cool thing about PA stickers now, or PA die cuts now, is that they are also stickers. I don't have to do anything to make that stick. I just take that off. And then I'm just going to fussy cut. It's alright. See, I was trying to be too quick. I'm just going to fussy cut around the edge of my gnome girl. Now, I did struggle a little bit with the back, but not enough to worry about, so I'm just going to leave it. So we've got our little gnome that sits in there. But then you just got this little bit on the back that just looks so cute. Alright, I'm just about finished, I swear. Okay, I just need a couple of stickers to finish her off. I was going to say, where'd my sticker book go? So I need a box on Friday and a box on Saturday, because I am jet setting over to Perth this week for a day. Not long enough. I wish I was staying longer. And I'm just trying to avoid putting that sticker behind the little box, the little the window. I don't want the window to have that there, and I'll add something in here afterwards. There we go. I'm going to leave it at that. I could keep going and going and going and going, but I won't. Oh, that is just so pretty. I love every part of it. It's just, it's so, so good. I love the splatters. I love the little pop-up here. I love my lists. I love my little extra spot to put some hidden stuff with the little gnome. It's just adorable. I just think it's gorgeous. I definitely will do another week, if you guys want me to, using this kit in the new year with the gnomes, because I feel like the gnomes need some fun of their own, just need something extra for themselves. So if you want to see that, please let me know. Of course, you can leave me a comment down below, or you can find me on my socials. If you enjoyed this one, please give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. There's lots more PA here on my channel and for the foreseeable future. So if you want to see more of it, then subscribe now. Hope you have an absolutely awesome week, and I will catch you again in my next video. Sending lots of huggles. Bye!